know it ain't minute like 6 though. Never need an intro. Yeah, even through the talk and all the chatter, I can show them that I know my family matters like a Winslow. Outdoors smoking Indo.
And welcome back to another CGS video. Y'all know me, I'm CGS. Welcome back. I know y'all haven't heard my voice like this in a while, but we finally got another MK1 character reveal trailer, and holy shit, we're about 3 weeks out from the game dropping, and they just keep dropping fire trailers almost every other week. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Y'all watching now, General Shao is in the game. Used to be Shao Kahn. He is no longer a Khan. Khan is the ruler of Outworld. He is now a general. I hope people can start actually just calling him that. I don't know why it's so hard. I get it. We've known him since Shao Kahn since 1990 something. You know what I mean? So now, but he's no longer a Khan. He is a general. He leads Outworld's armies. That's where his loyalty is. He serves under Empress Sindel, who's also playable in this game. They're both back. Obviously, we don't know their full stories yet. Not quite yet. Obviously, back then, you know, the original story between these two was Sindel was married to King Jared. Kitana's father, Shao Kahn, took over Edenia, killed Jared, took Sindel as his wife and Kitana as his daughter. Sindel then committed suicide to get away from Shao Kahn, leaving Kitana to grow up without her, and which led Shao Kahn to create Melina, because he knew Kitana would rebel against him one day. That was the old story. This one here, General Shao is only a general. He was raised to be a soldier by his own father, who did command the Outworld armies. Empress Sindel is the ruler of Edenia and Outworld, with her two daughters, Melina and Kitana, right by her side. King Jared obviously has passed away in this timeline already. So it's nice to see a new type of story where Sindel can now live freely with her daughter Kitana, and now her new daughter, technically not new daughter, but her real daughter Melina. It's really nice to see. I love how they've changed the story, and I just love how both these characters look right now. It's fucking amazing. Like, General Shao looks like a fucking dragon. Obviously, there was leaks that said he would look this way. His design is fucking perfect. He's not as big as he used to be in other games. Like, of course, MK9, he was huge because he was the main boss. MK11, he was a lot bigger than the other main roster characters. But he looks like he's actually belongs here. I love that. Sindel's already looks good, too. She has her scream. She has her hair movement shit. Looks so good. And the fucking cameo is a Motaro cameo. Motaro has never been a playable character. Yeah, you could say Armageddon, but everybody was a playable in Armageddon. But Motaro is finally, like, he's in a Mortal Kombat game in 2023. It's fucking insane. Obviously, it seems like he's more defensive type cameo. Obviously, we just saw him deflect Raiden's electricity shots, reflect them back. You know, he's big. He's fucking huge. So obviously, I didn't expect him to be an offensive type of, you know, like that. So obviously, I'm very happy with it. And also, Shujinko is finally back in a Mortal Kombat game for the first time since 2004, since Mortal Kombat Deception. If y'all don't know who Shujinko is, he was the main protagonist of Mortal Kombat Deception, the first Mortal Kombat game I played growing up, which got me into the series. Mortal Kombat Deception, and if you don't know, I'll give you a quick rundown. So Deception is a game where Liu Kang is dead and Raiden is also dead. This is after the Deadly Alliance. This is when Onaga tried to begin his reign over each realm, trying to get each Kamidogu. He wanted everything to himself. This is where Onaga comes in. You know, he obviously killed off Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and Raiden, got them out the way. So Shujinko is the main one who brought Onaga to be, right? So at a young age, Shujinko always wanted to be, he wanted to be an Earththrone champion. He wanted to be Earththrone's warrior. So he trained as hard as he could, but, you know, he was never going to be chosen. Until one day, a spirit named Damashi, who was sent by the Elder Gods, found Shujinko and gave him a power that would let him copy each opponent's fighting style. So every opponent he faced, he'd be able to copy their fighting style and use it against them. Basically, it was like kind of like using a mirror match, because in the Deception Conquest mode, every time you fight somebody, you would turn into them, or you would turn into the person who you trained with. So obviously, if you trained with Boraicho at the beginning of the game, you would turn into Boraicho. You get every moveset. And of course, later down the line, you train with all these other characters in the Conquest mode, and you'd gain their abilities, you'd gain their power. And it seems like with Shujinko's cameo in this one, he can just copy special moves as his cameo abilities, which is fucking sick. I love that they're keeping the deception style to him. You know what I mean? They're keeping that same type of story. They're keeping that same type of ability set, and I love to see that. Another thing I really want to talk about, Raiden. We finally get to see some Raiden, yo. Finally get to see some young Raiden. I'm very excited for him because it's basically just his roles are reversed. He went from mentoring Liu Kang and protecting the realms, and obviously building up champions to becoming Earthrealm champion. Him and Liu Kang just basically flip flopped, right? So now it's fun. It's kind of awesome to see that Liu Kang is actually the one in Raiden's former spot, and he's watching a younger Raiden be where he used to be at as Earthrealm's champion. So I love that we finally got to see some Raiden gameplay. I can't wait to see him on actual launch day. I hope he gets a combat cast about him soon as well. It'd be very, very nice to see. But overall, I'm just like I said, I'm super super excited. This trailer blew me away a little bit. I wasn't expecting. There was a lot of leaks that were saying Motaro, Shujinko, yada yada yada. I try not to believe leaks. I tend not to believe them right away because there's a lot of them that are just trying to for attention, trying to seek attention, trying to seek clout. That's not so. I just don't pay attention. Obviously, the leaks I saw this time around were true. We do get a Shujinko cameo, a Motaro cameo. Sindel and General Shao are back in the game. It's fucking awesome to see, honestly. And they both look really, really good. It seems like they kept their same style of fighting, throughout the transition. Obviously, we wondered how it would work since Sindel kind of had a Banshee her powers came from a Banshee in MK11, where usually her powers weren't really described. She always just had them. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see. She still has her screaming abilities, her hair abilities. And I can't wait to see how she plays with it. Obviously we don't get that much in each trailer. Can't wait. And obviously Shao Kahn, he went from a huge ass warhammer to kind of like a war axe. So it's like a smaller version of it, but it's an axe. Obviously, I think he's gonna play like a Kenshi type player, where obviously in the trailer you saw where he was just putting down, putting down his axe at random spots. He, summon it right back to him, get more damage for a combo. I think that was also really fucking cool. And even now, we're starting to get more details about what's going to happen in the story. In the trailer, it was said that Sindel was saying how they still run the Mortal Kombat tournament to honor her late husband, King Jared, who started this Mortal Kombat tournament along with Liu Kang, Lord Liu Kang. Obviously, we don't know much about it. Usually, Mortal Kombat is supposed to decide the fate of the realms. In previous games, Shao Kahn tried to use the tournament to take over Earthrealm. He found that was a simpler way. But it wasn't a simpler way, but he found it. He was forced to do so by the hands of the Elder Gods. If he disobeyed the Elder Gods, he would end up dying. So he obeyed the rules of Mortal Kombat before invading the realms and obviously all that stuff. We know that whole story. But now we really don't know the meaning of the Mortal Kombat tournament. This one, are they still trying to make realm for realm? I don't know if that's what they're trying to go for here, or if they're just doing it to uphold a tradition started by King Jared and Liu Kang, all these years ago. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm really I obviously in the trailer we still see Kenshi in his suit. He doesn't have his blindfold on, so this must be early story gameplay. Obviously, General Khan is there. He's trying to tell Sindel that we should not let these Earthrealmers keep on doing what they're doing. We're not become their lapdogs. Obviously, Sindel doesn't take this too well. She says, "Know your place. You're only a general." Obviously, General Shao. See, I almost said Shao Kahn. General Shao's loyalty is to Outworld. His bio already came out. Obviously, his loyalty is to Outworld, but he serves under the Empress Sindel and her daughters. And however, it does state that if it came down to it and Sindel's decisions did jeopardize Outworld, he would turn against her and do what he must. Obviously, in his eyes, he's seeing it as this Mortal Kombat shit is stupid. Why not just take over their realm? We take over their realm before they can take over ours. Obviously, Sindel's probably not going to see it this way, and this is all just my opinion on my theories. Obviously, Sindel's not going to see it this way. This is going to lead General Shao to go rogue, because there was a clip obviously at San Diego Comic-Con where Li Mei and Liu Kang talked about it and how they were saying General Shao went rogue. He's creating a regime. Reiko pulls up and says, "You won't live to see the regime. You should have decided with General Shao." Obviously, they get into a huge fight. So at this point, we don't know where it's gonna go. Obviously, like I said, this is all early. It's gonna seem to be all early story mode, like showing how dialogue is. Obviously, General Shao is still there with the Empress and all. Obviously, Reiko was seen in the background. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how it happens, how it goes down, and how this regime, General Shao, starts is gonna happen and how it's gonna go down. But that's all I had today. I know I was ranting a lot. I know I'm talking fast, but this is really, really exciting. Only a few more weeks out until the game drops. I'm super, super excited, and I cannot wait to share more with y'all. But, as always, if you liked and enjoyed the video, go ahead and just subscribe. I'm at 50 now. Thank y'all for 50. And it's not that big of a deal, but thank y'all. But like I said, thank you for watching. I know you take time out of your day to watch. I do appreciate that. And obviously, have a blessed day.
Blood don't make you kinfolk. Loyalty is what I sent for. No half stepping, only 10 toes. Now life is at a different tempo.